Is CSS officially a programming language? Okay, hold on, before you start typing anything in the comments, if you haven't heard, CSS can now use if-else statements. Basically, you can now use properties and conditionally change their values using if. For example, here I have a paragraph tag and its color is green, but it's only going to be red if the media width is greater than or equal to 900 pixels. If this condition fails, then the color of the text is going to be green. Now you're probably saying this, Bernard, we already have media queries, and media queries are so much better for these kinds of use cases. Well, the thing is, media queries are only capable of checking the size of the devices or the orientations. With these new if statements though, or if function, you can actually start writing conditions based on attributes of values. Again, for example, here we are changing the background color based on this attribute, and if its value is set to dark, then we set the color to this hex value, otherwise we set it to red. And that means you no longer need to change the class of your HTML tags through your framework, you know, what we usually do. You no longer need to do this. Now, how does this actually work? If we take a look at our code, we have an if statement or if function, and we use this style function inside. And style is just a helper that checks conditions. It is part of the conditional functions alongside media and supports. You can basically read this like, if this style is valid, then let me do something. Or if this attribute is set to this, then let me do something. That's what's happening in our code. And what's great about this is you can write as many conditions as you want. For example, we can check if the value of this attribute is equal to red, blue, black, or whatever. And CSS would check these conditions from top to bottom. If this is false, then go to the next condition below it. If none of them are true, then it'll go straight to the else, like if, else statement that we always knew and loved. However, this if function only works for one property, meaning if you want to change the values of background color, and display properties conditionally, then you would have to write the if functions for these properties one after another. It's not gonna be like, okay, if this is true, I would change the value of color, background, and display properties in just one condition. But they have a plan to make this possible, and that is by using the conditional rule at when, which stands for when are they going to release this. Jokes aside, it's not yet supported, but there is a plan and I'm excited for that. Now the question is, where can we use this? For now, this if function is only available and working in Chrome 137 and above. It's not going to work in Firefox or Safari just yet. And honestly, even VS Code doesn't recognize the syntax yet, so I wouldn't recommend jumping straight into your style sheets and using the if function right away. But it's great that we already have this in Chrome. It means that eventually we'll see it in other browsers too. So that begs the question, is CSS a programming language?